You just boof.
And it looks like we are live, so I'm going to say hello, everyone, and welcome to a terrible stream for terrible people. We've had some technical difficulties. Basically, my internet decided to absolutely poop the sheets, literally seconds to starting the stream, so I had to reboot my whole system. I know this is a very important stream to some of you. It's incredibly important that you get to hear me prattle for an hour about inconsequential bullshit. But hey, it's here now. Life can go on as, I don't know, prescribed. Anyway, yeah, you might be wondering about the title. The title does mean something. Some of you may have seen me put out some community posts over the last few days. Mostly, I mean, they are in concern for the health of my channel yet again, but mostly as a data capturing exercise. Because, yeah, Friday's video did absolutely piss poor numbers. It is on its way to being in 10th place of my recent videos, which puts it within all the really bad performance that I had before that one video where I asked for your help. And I don't know why, because the video was a reasonable topic. People were reasonably interested. When they were in the video, they said it was really good, one of my better videos. But for some reason, after the first hour, it absolutely bombed in viewership. And I don't know why. And because of that bomb, it then didn't get sent out to people who might otherwise have watched it. So it just absolutely, something happened. I think something happened in the first hour that tanked the viewership. And there's essentially nothing I can do about it, which is really fucking annoying. What's worrying is that it happens again. It's a terrifying experience. Having YouTube as your main career, you are at the whims of machinery that you have no control over. And there's no systems in place that say, oh, like when YouTube fucks up, which they do all the time, even though they'll tell you they are the perfect angels who have never made a mistake in their lives. When they fuck up, all that happens is they go, yeah, a fuck up happened. Oh, well. And it's like, well, yeah, but your fuck up hurt me. And they're like, oh, well. Like there's literally no mechanism for me to recoup anything that I lost. They don't even like give you a push or anything. I understand why. Like they kind of can't, especially when they do it to like everyone. But it's very shit. It's basically, we made a mistake and now you have to fix it. Or there was an error that wasn't your fault and we will do nothing to fix what happened to you, even though it wouldn't have happened had this other thing happened. It's very annoying. I rewatched 10 of your older videos and still nothing. As I stated, I've set my own alarms for your channel. YouTube is having the hate for sick, which is madness when you are a 2-year, I think you're a 2-year member. You're at least a year member. That's you've been fucking paying for a channel essentially for a year, and YouTube doesn't go, that person probably wants these videos. They go, that, why would we care? Why would we give them something? Like, it makes no sense. I less and less, like, I go through periods of quite strong imposter syndrome. I think every creator does to some degree, unless they're like actually a sociopath. But not that I know anything about diagnosing that. But like, yeah, I regularly, like, when things are going well, that's what I worry about. When things are going badly, I worry about my channel surviving. So it's kind of fun to have an anxiety disorder because there's no point at which you are ever happy. You can never ever be comfortable. You're just it's all going to break and I'm not going to have anything anymore. Or the other end is someone's going to figure out that I don't know what I'm doing and they're going to all stop watching me at the same time. So there's that. But yeah, so that's very concerning. We have to wait and see this Wednesday's video, see how that does. This Friday's video, see how that does. If they both do okay, like the videos before them were doing, because it was on an upwards trajectory. Although it was sort of petering down from the sort of heights, because I had an extra video that had an extra 40,000 views on it, which skewed my numbers for a while. But like the trajectory was that each of my videos was progressively like stepping up, and then that one just fucking tanked. And it's like, yeah, I had a really shit weekend because of it, because I was just like trying to figure shit out and fucking really beating myself up, and it's not fun. It's shit. I've kind of gotten over it now, but obviously it's something I need to talk about. But yeah, then there was the fact. Not then there was the fact. One of the things that I've focused on because of that weekend, there's a project coming up. I don't know if I'm at liberty to talk about the details, but there is a project. There is a project in the future that involves multiple creators, myself included, and it is like a big job. It is a job that involves me doing more than a full video's worth of work, which had also sort of jumped forwards. I hadn't realized that the deadline for it was much, much sooner than the release schedule. So, yeah, that scared me as well, and kind of gave me a kick up the arse. Thankfully now I've done all of the writing for it. I've done all of the recording for it. And now I just have to do the editing, which is the biggest part of the job. But writing and recording is, generally speaking, I do that one of those per video for a day. I actually wrote half the video on Saturday night just before bed while I was still freaking the fuck out. And then I wrote half of it this morning before I started working properly. Before I started working properly again, I recorded the whole thing. And now after I finish this, I am fucking parched. Before I start, I'll be editing the audio I recorded just before I started streaming, and that audio as well, which should take me like 1 hour at least, if not 2. So I will probably be going to bed late. But I feel like I'm on top of this project now. Whereas like on Friday, I was like shitting myself. So my whole point is that fear is an incredible fucking motivator. So I suddenly went from, oh God, this thing has shot up on me. And it's also like a really good idea because things are going really poorly at the moment, on and off. And so a boost, doing a big project is always beneficial because, people are sharing things and all that shit. Anyway, hello, Sisik. I'm new, Sisik. You are fun as hell. Thank you, Mythical Spartan CE. I like to be fun. That's what I try to be. That's like a big part of the whole premise of the channel, is to make this stuff fun and engaging and enjoyable. I do try to do, like, I get accused of, like, there's a thing that people say when they're trying to defend me. I've said this a million times before, and it still annoys the piss out of me. They'll try to defend me by saying, oh, well, Sir Six not an intellectual, so he doesn't have to make good arguments. He's just funny. And it's like, motherfucker, do I not make good arguments? I am pretty fucking sure I make fairly good arguments. Because if I didn't, people would have fucking noticed. It's like super annoying. That's a really bad... To defend anyone, if you can't refute the arguments made against someone you like, A, try and figure out why you can't refute them. Maybe that's a you problem. And B, maybe the person you like isn't as smart as you thought, but it's probably a you problem. You step away from social media to have your brain tinkered with one time, and it all goes to shit. Are you talking about the holiday? Because, yeah, and that didn't fucking work. Yeah, blame the Canary Islands. It did literally happen. The whole thing happened the night before we left. That it all bombed down. Funnily enough, the video that first came out, I realised that should have been a fucking banger. I got off the plane in the airport, and I looked at it, and it was like performing okay. And that was the day after the big fucking on the 12th, all ad blocked views were no longer showing up, more or less. So that video should have been like way fucking more performant. So that's a little bit upsetting to think about, but it's, you know, it is what it is. So that's basically been my whole weekend, has been back in a panic from one single video. But you know, you have to bear in mind that having things go well for a while and then go back to where they were in an instant way, that's exactly where a lot of this fucking started. Things were going okay-ish. They weren't great, but they were okay-ish. And then they fucking bombed. And I was like, what's going on? Thankfully, I wasn't on holiday this time. Hey, Sick, I wanted to ask you what your influence for becoming an atheist was. What was the catalyst? Mine was George Carlin. Couldn't rationalize his religion bits on Christianity. It was various things. It was just a long sort of meandering sort of walk through what I did and didn't believe. I spent a lot of time like analyzing my beliefs. They call it deconstruction. Whatever you do, like it's been co-opted as sort of a term for breaking out of religion specifically, or at least changing your views on religion. But you can literally deconstruct any belief you have.
You're also quite suspicious of other people.
I'm suspicious of other people and what they say, and I'm suspicious of my own brain. Like there's always times when I have a piece of information in my head and I've not thought to question it yet, and that drives me fucking crazy, because I'll say something because it's something that I know as a fact. It's not a fact, it's not true. It's something that either was said on TV once or many times, or was said to me by a teacher, or was said to me by some guy in the fucking pub. And my brain went, because a lot of the time, a lot of your beliefs that are wrong, but they'll be inconsequential. But then they only become consequential once you say them out loud and someone corrects you, and you're like, oh, fuck. I believed something stupid. A relatively recent one was I talked about daylight savings. And I had always been told that it was something to do with farmers. And I was like, okay, fine. That doesn't seem... It wasn't an unreasonable explanation. And
yeah,
I think that's the problem.
I always thought it was something to do with, like, farmers get longer hours to work.
It's definitely not something that I made up in my own brain. It's other people have said it, but it's just not accurate at all. It's more to do with... Fuck, I forget now. But it's not that. That's all that really matters. The farmers were going to work anyway. The farmers were... That was the argument made to me. It's like, the farmers are going to work anyway. They don't care. It's more about other things. Yeah. And it's also a thing that just doesn't really matter as much. Daylight savings isn't farmers? Apparently not. Yeah.
It's more to do with fucking up everybody's sleep patterns. Yeah.
It's more it's more to do with making me personally upset. Thankfully, for the most part, actually, the worst thing has been since the kids started going to school. There was a few years there where daylight savings didn't fucking matter to me at all. And then I had kids, and now it matters again, because now I have to get up an hour earlier during some part of the year. The other side of it is I do enjoy when you feel like you're getting kind of an extra hour sleep. That's always fun. Although the worst one is when you don't realize it's happening that night and you stay up relatively late, and then you look at your phone and you go, holy fucking hell, it's nearly 3 o'clock, when it's not. It's quote unquote 2. That's really scary. I hate that. But yeah.
Can't we just go back to, like, we go to bed at sunset, just after sunset, and wake up just slightly before sunrise?
I just want to go to a system, and we haven't spoken about this one in a really long time, but where there is no, this is the time we all wake up and this is the time we all go to bed. That you can fucking go to sleep at 3 a.m. and wake up at 12, and no one tells you that you're a lazy piece of shit.
And you can have naps, and nobody says anything.
And you have sleep during the... To be fair, if we move to Spain, we could have the siesta.
Yes.
The siesta sounds fucking amazing. Me want siesta. But daylight savings is a scam. Who benefits? I mean, I'm not even joking. Like, is there actually someone who benefits from it? Apart from the buttons, it's the clock companies. They need you to fuck with your clock to use the little buttons to make them wear out so your phone dies sooner. Yeah, oh, it's all coming together now. It was the day the sun had to be babysat and kept from wandering into the highway. Of course, daylight saving. Oh my God, he's got it. Genius. I'd always heard it was farmers, though. Only recently learned about energy conversation. Yeah, but isn't that super fucking annoying? So that's the thing, that many of us had that as a fact in our heads, and then I don't know. And there'll be a million things like that you believe, and you won't realize is bullshit until it's questioned, which is why it's really good to like challenge all of your beliefs. I'm probably, as someone who does this as a job, I'm probably more correct than I used to be. I'm not saying I'm more correct than other people. I'm sure there's lots of other people who are far more correct than me. But I feel like I'm more correct about most things than I was years ago, because I spend so much of my time either questioning things or saying something stupid, and then someone goes, yeah, that's not true, mate. And I go, fuck, okay, add that to the thing. Although the one that drives me crazy is when there's some sort of schism on an idea, and then a bunch of people will tell me that I'm wrong, and a bunch of other people that will tell me I'm right. And I'm like, wait a fucking second, am I wrong or am I right? And then I have to go deep dive, and then I find out that it's fucking complicated. That's always the worst one, when things are complicated. And everyone else thinks they're right, and it turns out that neither of them are right, and it's some other fucking thing. So that's always fun, and it's always something that I don't care about, but I do care about being right. So it's a little bit maddening, but that's the shit that doesn't give me anxiety. Like, I have a weird thing where, like, whenever someone makes a response to me, it takes me a while to like watch it, because I fear that they're going to have a really good point and they're going to refute me entirely. But that wouldn't be a bad thing. I just like, it's concerning to have like such a big blind spot and not realize it, and have someone point it out in such an obvious way. That hasn't happened so far. Every response to me has been some dipshit, basically whinging that I'm mean, and then failing to refute anything I said in an effective way. And I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. But again, that's because I do try to be correct. I try to be funny. Funny is more important than correct for me, which is why I have insane asides that are clearly jokes and clearly not facts about reality. But like, if I'm explaining something, I'm never explaining something wrong on purpose because somehow think that would be funny without it very clearly being a joke. Like, oh, did you know that dwarves are made of sand? Like, that's not like, that would be, I would definitely style it in a way that I was making a joke. Although I understand that sometimes my sarcasm, there's this meme that says, when your sarcasm game is so strong, people think you're actually an idiot. And I do that sometimes.
Yeah, that happens quite a lot.
Ask a mixed group of nationalities how many continents there are. The division is fierce. I suppose, like, but that wouldn't be, none of them would be incorrect. It's like asking various nationalities what their countries are called and what other countries are called. For some fucking reason, no one calls things by the names they are. I have this thing, and it drives me mad. But I went on a French exchange trip as a kid, and they used to refer to me with the French pronunciation of my name, and it drove me crazy when I always used the pronunciation of their names they gave me. Like, one of the guys was called Thomas, and it never in my entire fucking existence occurred to me that his name was Thomas. I'd seen it written down, and I knew how his name was spelled, but his name was Thomas. That's his name. That's what he said to me. But I said my name to them, and they said it back to me with the French flick on it. And I'm like, stop it. It really drove me fucking crazy. It'd be like...
Maybe that's just a manners thing, though.
I do think that it's somewhat rude, but I do think that it's also just people don't consider it. They just don't consider it. They don't think about it. Basically, it'd be like, my name is Sir Sick. I go up to one of my French exchange partners, and they went, Sir Sick. And it's like, no, sick, like ick, not seek like eek. Like, these are not the same names to me. You're not calling me by my name. You're calling me by a different version of my name. It just, I don't know. It's something that bothers me. It's something that's always bothered me. My dwarf castle is not made from sand. Why would you need to distinguish that it's your stash? All whiskey is yours by order of you. This is true, so that's fair. Do you know other atheist YouTubers like The Skeptic? Know them? Like, I'm not very good at friends.
Know of them.
I know of them, and I have spoken to many of them, and I am friendly with them, but, like, I don't hang out with any of them. Which is more of an indictment of me than it is of anyone else. I'm just really, really bad at being, like, friendly and hang out with people. Like, when I'm not doing my work, all I want to do is, like, play video games and hang out with my kids. Nothing, not anything else.
Doesn't even want to hang out with me.
I hang out with you, literally, constantly.
Yeah, but I force that upon you.
Sir Sikh, the Indian version. I hadn't thought of it like that, but I suppose. Poe's law is a thing for a reason. Oh, back to the last thing. Yeah. Sir Sikh of Whiskeyshire. I do seek the whiskey. Sir Sikh's whiskey. There we go. That's the kind of Sikh I was looking for. But yeah. We all like a bit of sick. Yes. There's a bit of puke in everyone. If you weren't a YouTuber, what would you be? Well, the last thing I was doing before I did YouTube was buying and selling things on eBay, and I fucking hated it. So I haven't got a clue. I've done so many little jobs. Like, there's a video of questions for me. I did it when I hit 100,000 subscribers. I should rewatch it to see what my answers are and see if anything's like... I don't know if it necessarily will have changed, but just to see it, really. But if you want to know more about me, there is a video called 100,000 Celebration or something like that. And I do a shitload of questions that people asked me. The last one was just from someone who was not... I'm sure they're a perfectly lovely person, but they said something really, really stupid, which was they, very early on, when I put out, would you like to ask me questions? They said, no one cares. We're just here to be entertained. And it was basically dance, monkey boy, dance. And then, like, I got hundreds of fucking questions. Like, so many goddamn questions that I couldn't cover them all. Not even close. And I grouped some of them together. But yeah, that was really fun, actually. I should try to do something similar to that. I don't know what I'd do exactly, but yeah. I love that video. Oh, the 100K one. Yeah. I'm really pleased with that video. I maybe should set that as my channel main thing. But then again, that's a bit self-indulgent. I mean, the one that currently is there is pretty fucking self-indulgent. Audio what? Is the audio bad? I think someone else would have mentioned. I know people like to fuck with me now. Bonus video for 200k, responding to your answers from 100k. Maybe. I don't think things would have changed that much to have mattered. Dude, been trying to get a hold of you. Can you confirm you got the £100 donation or PayPal? I definitely got a £100 donation from someone. Does it have the same name, or would it be your real name? And if you are willing to confirm a name, I will make sure. I got a few donations from PayPal. Obviously, a bunch of people weren't super interested in Patreon or putting things through super chats and the like, which I'm very glad, especially for big donations. If you ever want to give me a big donation, for the love of God, do it through PayPal. Don't do it through super chat. I lose like half of it. Mrs. Sick actually got a $100 donation for beating what is it?
Elden Ring.
Not just Elden Ring, for beating
Promised Consort.
Promised Consort. I was going to say Courtesan.
It was for beating Elden Ring, though, because I didn't beat Promised Consort.
It was
somebody helped me.
Both. People helped you, but you still didn't die. Do you know how many people I have helped in Elden Ring that died in seconds? It drives you fucking crazy. If you could survive Promised Consort, you beat him. Sorry. Anyway, PayPal. It'll be a while ago because most of those were then. PayPal. You received a payment. Probably not that one. I should check the texts. Sorry.
Just Tim something. Tim C.
Tim C. Message was, all you whiskey belong to me. All right, I will find your message if I can. That is someone not called Tim C. The urge to just say the words that I see on screen.
Yeah, the biggest problem with the super chats on YouTube is partly just because you feel like you are giving support to a creator, and then they take 30%.
Yeah, they take a big chunk of it. I have a lot of PayPal interactions. I use it all the time, so it's actually genuinely quite difficult to find anything. It's not going to be that. Okay, I can see I've realized I can see names on the received from X person. Maybe if I type what was your name? What was the name again? Tom C. Is it Tom C? Or Tim?
Tim.
Sorry, but yeah. I'm sorry, man. I can't see it. Send me an email. And I will search it up. You could sirsicbusiness@gmail.com. Send me an email and give me the deets, and I will try and figure it out, and I will respond to your email. Obviously, me sitting here and going through my emails for 20 minutes is not exactly the kind of hard-hitting streaming that you came here for, even though it is a terrible stream for terrible people. And maybe me sitting there going, is it this one? No, it's not that one. Scroll. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. Yeah, 30% is crazy. I don't think Twitch is that greedy. Twitch isn't. But to be fair, it's all swings and roundabouts. Sort of AdSense on YouTube is like way better than other platforms. But there's other things on YouTube which are way worse. It all depends. I want to ask, what's the most powerful emotion? Penis. Because you can break through walls with it.
That's kind of a difficult one because it depends on the person. Because it's
relative. No, it doesn't. It's penis. I've already answered the question.
Not an emotion.
Seems complicated. Got a Cash App. I don't have a Cash App. No.
It completely depends on the person.
Oh no, I know what it is. It's the emotion of desperately needing to go to the toilet because you have diarrhea. That's fucking powerful. That is intense.
Determination is a mind state, not an emotion.
They're referencing fucking Undertale. I know. It's the all caps.
Oh, right.
You have determination, which means you're going to kill everybody.
Yeah, but it's still a mind state. It's not an emotion.
I mean, in Thing, it's more of a an aggression or a desperate need to find all the things, to see every version of events, even if it makes you a monster.
It completely depends. Like, my strongest emotion that I get is sadness. So, like, it's the one that overwhelms me the most.
Yeah. My strongest is anxiety.
Yeah.
Like,
yours would be like fear.
It's not fear. Anxiety isn't fear.
It's
terror.
Yeah, it's fear based.
It's terror.
Yeah, it starts off as fear and goes into terror.
No, I always skip fear. I'm not fucking joking.
You always skip fear.
I've been fearful of things. I've been scared, but scared doesn't go into anxiety. Anxiety goes to terror, and I don't do fear. Like, I'm not. It's just a different feeling. When you have diarrhea but you want to fart, the fear is a strong emotion. It is pretty strong. Yeah, I would go with that. When you are unconfident that you can currently fart. Yeah. His 2 knights in shining armor of integrity are so bright. We have to wear our shades to watch. Thank you, Benji. Thank you so much for your incessant prattle. I always skip fear autobiography title sorted at least.
That is a pretty good one.
That is strong. Have you played the Arkham games? Yes. All but the one that's not very good. I'll let you decide which one that is. You're not really human, are you? You're empty inside, just like me. Stop referencing Undertale. Although that's a really good line. I feel like I could use that in a video and like 3 people would realize what I did. Origins or Suicide Squads? Yes. There you go. Yes. I forgot that there was more than one bad one. But that Suicide Squad doesn't count because it doesn't have the name, does it? I can't remember. Oh, no. No, I can't remember. I believe it's called Schizophrenia. Yeah, I have a serious case of schizophrenia. I thought Eldritch horrors were fear. Exactly, but we can have terror. Like, it's very scary. Even if you're an Eldritch horror, what if you were asked to speak in front of other Eldritch horrors? You'd be pretty fucking... That'd fuck you up.
Beans? I actually haven't wrote beans in a while because my page got filled with beans. So now I flipped it over and I'm waiting for a word to pop out that I just start writing and I can't stop writing it.
Come.
I'm not writing that.
You should write come and then you've got cum beans.
No, because the kids come in. I'm not writing... The kids
I forgot about that.
Yeah, the kids join in writing beans.
Yeah, I don't particularly want my kids writing
that.
No, I don't know. Banana. Banana. Or bananas, so that I can write banana somewhere and then you can't spot it.
No, I'm just gonna have
it took a fucking month.
There's like one side that just has beans and one side that has banana.
One side that has beans and one bean. Yeah, I wrote bean on it. I told her I did it. She couldn't find it. It took her months. Didn't one of the kids spot it?
Yeah.
Even I could find it, and I couldn't remember where I put it. So what's concerning? Friday's video, shit performance. Me complaining about it, but I think that there's some stupid YouTube reason for it, because it's a really good video. Chat, let us strike. Is chat gonna strike? Because if you guys strike and stop talking, then I am just going to start prattling off about whatever game I've been playing. I mean, I've been playing the shit out of Silksong, and that's been really good. I've almost beaten the 3rd act. What video was that, Sir Sick? What video was what? You have to be more concise. Not concise, the other one.
Specific.
Yeah, explanation. YouTube is in the shitter, let's face it.
Should I play Elden Ring? Completely depends on what games you're into.
Sir Sick, YouTube, I get those two things confused. YouTube is the best, worst, everyone is allowed to say their piece video platform we have. One of the things that drives me fucking bananas is when you say, oh, yeah, I'm having a trouble with YouTube at the moment. It's really bothering me. I have XYZ issue. And then some galaxy brain will come up to you and say, oh, you should go to this other platform that no one is fucking on. And like, no, what's the point? It's not zero effort to put content in other places. Like, you have to set up the accounts, you have to get it going, you have to make sure you put it all on there at the same time, and then go in and check it and make sure it's all working, and that now that no one's fucking stealing your content on that platform. Although you should probably check if people are people steal my content on fucking TikTok. I got made aware of ages ago, and I had no idea what to do about it. YouTube is punishing creators because of something the viewers are doing, which the creator has no control over. So essentially, as I understand it, the problem that YouTube has is the AdSense thing that has been pretty much confirmed now. That if people had ad block on their PCs, then it would, I think even if you didn't use, like I have premium for me and all the family. But I think because I use AdBlock for just to use the internet, some parts of the internet are fucking impossible to use without AdBlock. So I have it on just to make things less annoying. I don't want to deprive people of money, but I also have time. But yeah, I think even those people's like views get like got eaten. It has been apparently fixed, but yeah, a lot of views just essentially disappeared overnight. And because the algorithm had no concept of why that would be, it just assumed that a bunch of people didn't care. I have way too much money, Sirsic. Well, you're not a member of the Sirsic Whiskey Club. I'm pretty sure you're not on Patreon, and I can't remember the last time you gave me a super chat. Apparently you have even more way too much money.
Have you found any good ancient Egyptian related games on to stream? Not really. Like, the only one I could probably do is like Assassin's Creed, but it's not in the time period that I'm interested in, but I guess it's still nice.
It's in the local area, but not in the right time frame.
Yeah, but I would prefer it if they did it like in the Middle Kingdom, but they did it in the Ptolemaic period instead.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I should probably play it mainly so I can just walk around and have a look at things.
Test subject 23. I would genuinely recommend, if you have any spare income, and if you have especially if you have a Spotify account that you use, but you're not like desperately attached to get YouTube Premium, because it comes with YouTube Music, which is pretty great, and it gives all YouTube. It basically works as YouTube's ad block, and people get money. They get like a teeny tiny % of what you paid to get premium goes to people, and it's slightly better than being an ad watcher. Obviously, if you can't afford it and that's an expense that you just can't use, then don't. But as someone whose primary source of entertainment, or at least video entertainment, is YouTube, it was kind of a no-brainer. And especially if you have multiple people, like if you live in a house, if you have kids and a partner, you can get the family plan for like, I think it's 20 quid for us. And I've got me, Mrs. Sick, both of the kids, and my brother on it. So all of us have YouTube Premium and ad-free. YouTube Premium is so damn worth it. It's one of those no-brainer things. Yeah. You, sir, are truly sick. It's utterly revolting. Yeah. It just makes YouTube just a better thing, and because
it also provides the creators with some money as well.
I feel, as opposed to how Netflix is just Netflix, you don't really get any feeling of how much someone makes when you watch that. You don't really feel like anybody gets anything. With YouTube Premium, you kind of know. Premium has a 3 times speed option.
Why would you need that?
I saw an r/I am very smart post about someone who watched all their content at 4 to 5 times speed, and I was just like, no, you don't. You're not absorbing any information at that speed. You're just. It's like you're fucking listening to the goddamn. Oh god, I can't think what they're called now. There's a fucking cartoon where they talk like that. Oh, it sounds like Animal Crossing. That's what it does. It's incoherent at 3 times speed, 100%. And anybody who pretends it's not is full of shit. My brain can barely process 1.25. How else could I stand listening to RFK? The speed of RFK's speech isn't the problem. It's the fact that he sounds like he's dying. Fucking weird. That's so weird. I think even people who like the current American administration have to admit that RFK Jr. is just not the guy. It's really funny. The only thing I paid for when I was homeless was YouTube Premium, so that when I was sleeping rough in the woods, I could listen to my downloaded Sir Sick videos and pretend I had a drinky buddy. Don't say that. That makes me sad. I hope you're in a better place now. I just lost my chat. Okay, it was just a temporary thing. I thought the stream had gone down. But yeah. Who is RFK Jr.? You don't want to know. If you don't know, don't find out.
I didn't know until Sick introduced me to him.
The memes are really funny. Turns out turning into an eel is actually super healthy and what your body's supposed to do. You're talking about Ethan Erdinger on the high speed, right? I have no idea. Probably not. I probably just don't know what I'm talking about. That's the main thing. That's the main trick. Should I play Elden Ring? Yeah. If you like good games and you're up for a challenge. If you like the Souls games, then 100%. If you've never played anything like it, then yeah. 4 times listener. I'm sure it's about the 4 times listener, but there's probably more than one person who's ever mentioned doing a thing. Like, yeah. The world is kind of imploding right now. Things go good on and off. Like, historically. If you think about it.
There's always an ebb and flow to
There was
everything.
a World War II. I'm pretty sure a lot of people felt like it was the end of the world.
Mm.
We managed to get out of that. This seems... I mean, there are things about the world at the moment that are definitely pretty fucking sketchy. And there are other things that are really fucked at the moment. But they can improve. Things have gone really badly in the past and then gotten better. It's just this ebb and flow of good times and shit times. And I try to be hopeful. I have kids. I'm hopeful enough that things will be good enough when they're older that it won't be worse. I hope it won't be worse than it is now. It could be worse than it is now. So the plan is to try and get rich. And then that kind of allows it to, yeah. The gulags will be great with memes. Jesus Christ. Things seem bleak, but I think if everyone just came together and put aside our differences, we could really end this world this time. Yeah, we've just never been trying hard enough. Ebb and Flow. Is that a town in Surrey? It does sound like one.
It does sound like it.
It also sounds like a Pearl Jam song. Ebb and Flow. Is that a town in Surrey? Oh. Sorry. Chat is very slow. I'm used to chat racing by. This is pretty normal for chat. It's the ever-moving tides of dumb. The seas will withdraw again eventually, for a while anyway. Yeah, as long as someone figures out how to make the planet not burn away and kill us all, then things will probably get better for a while. We haven't been trying since the French Revolution. Could be worse. The rapture could have been a real thing. Actually, it could have been better. The rapture could have been a real thing. Imagine all those fucking self-righteous cunts just gone. And I love the idea that the rapture happens, but you don't necessarily get into heaven. You have to be a believer, and that's it. So all the believers, some of them go to a nice place, the others don't. That would be fucking hysterical.
I just like the idea that you get to go up into the sky, but you kind of just linger there.
Oh, it's like a half rapture. And then eventually you just get dropped.
You just get stuck.
No. Eventually you get dropped. just hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people just will splat into Earth at the same time. Oh, that's funny. I thought they said rupture, so I just bought a new jockstrap. See, when you say rupture, the only thing I think of is Rupture Farms. Now I'll wait and see if anybody gets the reference. It was a big game. People will. And I've just mentioned that it was a game. Blaspheme on the way up. Like someone gets raptured and they go, Jesus Christ! And they just get immediately dropped. It's like, oh, fuck. Oddworld, yes. Nice. In 2007, a British band from London, The Ghost of Lemora, released a song and an album, Happy End of the World. In 2007. What were their problems in 2007? Nintendo DS disconnecting? I mean, it was about to be the 2008 financial crisis, so that was, for a lot of people, that probably literally was the end of their world. Like, a lot of people got fucked by that completely. The poor guy who gets raptured on the toilet with a poop halfway out their asshole, and it gets raptured with them. So it doesn't come out anymore. And no matter how hard they squeeze, the rapture powers are like holding it in place. I mean, maybe if you've got a strong enough sphincter, you can do the cut. But do you want to? Because then there'd just be a shit pressed against your butt cheeks. You get to heaven and you're like, yeah, can I get some toilet paper? And they're like, there is no toilet paper up here. This is heaven.
There's only the holy bidet.
But it turd cutter. Yeah, exactly. Another thing, these problems are not new. George Carlin's words still ring true 20 to 30 years later. He wasn't ahead of his time. Time just hasn't changed. I mean, essentially.
It was the weirdest moment to join live.
What with the shit rapture? Rap shot. Oh, I like that. It is very important to have these discussions about how this is why magical thinking is so funny, because the second you have one question that's a little bit odd, the whole thing falls apart. What happens if? It's like, well, that doesn't. There is no answer to that because it's stupid. Raptured in a coma.
Oh my god, you get puppeted. Oh god.
It turns out you're brain dead. And they're like, oh.
You unplugged them. Oh my god.
They're raptured and then but they already died essentially because of brain death. So they're in heaven and then their body is raptured into heaven and they're like, what? Now, so does the body have its own independent, but is like in a coma because it's a body?
Third and less. Welcome to Handsome.
Yeah, welcome to Handsome. Now, is St. Peter still taking head count? Because if so, then that's a long-ass line and wait time. Oh, can you fucking imagine? I'm going to listen to Pearl Jam after this. Yes, you are.
I always imagine St. Peter as being like a bouncer.
Just huge,
just this huge
balls,
guy,
sunglasses on at night, with a clipboard. And it says, "If your name's not Dan, you're not coming in." And so many people are like, "But my name isn't Dan." With 3 and 1. What? Your name is with 3 and 1? Doesn't look like it. We're British. We're used to lining up for shit. Exactly.
Endless. Extellus. Right. I don't do leet speak.
Ah, that's clever. I mean, it's not, but thank you for the money. Are you surprised you didn't get raptured, sick family? Oh, so surprised. I'm more surprised that other people didn't get raptured. And they're
this
really
is my shocked
surprised.
face.
They're really, really surprised. And pretending that they never thought it was going to happen in the first place. The cognitive dissonance of rapturing, or not rapturing, it's a Baskin-Robbins reference. Then I have no fucking idea.
Is that American?
I assume it's a food place, and they have a 3N, 1S.
Baskin Robbins sounds like a place where you buy like sewing supplies.
Kind of does. I'm pretty sure. I think it's a food place, but I could be wrong.
So where you get your yarn from?
Yeah. The cognitive dissonance of not rapturing and having believed that this time, but you know that there's definitely cognitive dissonance going on because they don't sell all their shit, or it's extremely rare.
It's an ice cream place. Oh, okay.
I scream, you scream, we scream for death.
For rapture, apparently.
I have constant dissonant cognizance. Of course you do. But yeah, like, give away all your money then if you think it's going to happen. Like, prove to me that you genuinely think it's going to happen. Ruin your fucking life. Do it. Do it now. And they never do. Because, of course, they don't really believe it.
If they were truly that faithful, they would live like Jesus would in the first place and not have anything.
Yeah. That's always the fun one. They hate that. Like, oh,
no material
Jesus
possession.
said, get rid of your shit and follow me. Oh, no, he didn't mean it. He was joking. It was
It's just a prank, bro.
It was a social experiment. The whole thing, the whole Bible. It's all a social experiment, bro. It's just a joke. Been on an impromptu night out with the lads. Nice. Tipsy me just had to walk myself back to the Witherspoons just to have a piss. Missed my bus home. Cubicle smelt of shit puke. Oh.
Ugh.
Is that something that happened tonight?
Oh my god.
Did you manage to get home? I mean, I'll tell you one thing about today. This day and age, that is. God, getting taxis places is so much fucking easier than it used to be. Like having to phone up and try and explain where you are. Now you just like literally just open a map and go there. And then a car just turns up and it's your car. And no one can nick it because they know it's for you. I love that so much. I was using taxi ordering services before, like we didn't really have Uber in the UK in the same way it was in America for a while, but certain taxi firms started having apps. So I used them immediately because I just thought that was awesome. And I just always had the smuggest fucking sense of self-satisfaction every time I would start ordering my cab as I was doing my shopping, like paying for it. And I would walk up, and there'd be a car there waiting for me, put all my stuff in and leave. And all the incredulous looks of other people who've been waiting like 20 minutes for the car they called. I was like, is that mine? I said, no, it's not yours. It's mine. I know it's mine. Oh, I don't know. I'm just an asshole.
Yeah. I didn't realise that was the thing about you. What the fuck, dude?
It's funny.
No, it's not.
What, watching other people be upset that they're not as clever as you
I don't watch other people, so... You would. There is that.
As if you didn't know that about me. That I am better than everyone else. You wouldn't be with me if I wasn't better than all the other ones.
It's what you think you're better.
I don't think I'm better than everyone else. I do feel... I am amused when other people just haven't done a thing that I know. I like a little bit of insider knowledge.
Enjoy a cider. You mean apple whiskey?
I thought it was. It's just apple juice. What's the best whiskey I need to get drunk? I really like Bullet Bourbon, which is a bourbon and not a Scotch. Which I've more and more come to the conclusion. It sounds like it's immune to criticism. I'm too much of an asshole. No one. Or everyone, everything I thought is a joke, which I don't fucking claim. So that's a criticism I've received as well. Is that, he's hiding behind entertainment, hiding behind jokes. Like, it's not hiding. I make good jokes, I like to think. But I also make good arguments. I'm never going to tell you, like, when people have criticized something I've said, sometimes they do fucking analyze and overanalyze things that I think are clearly jokes. And that drives me fucking crazy. But, like, if you refute one of my arguments, I'll engage with that refutation. Usually you're just wrong. But, you know, I'm a mixed bag. I get called generous, but I'm also bullheaded and heartless. I like to think that I'm
I
actually
think most people are like
like
that,
I'm
though.
generous to the people that I know. One of the things I was always called tight when I was poor. Was I was very very poor. To be fair, me and Mrs. Sick as a team, we were incredibly fucking poor.
Team Paw, woo!
Yeah, and one of my friends before that used to just like call me tight, and I wasn't offended by that or anything, but it's just like, yeah, he's a bit tight, you know, it is what it is. And then I had some amount of money, and I was very generous with it. I always pay for things. I always try and pay my way. When I was poor, it's that he realized after that. It's like, oh, when you said you were poor, you weren't fucking joking. It's like, yeah, you asked me to come out with you, and I told you I can't come out. I'm poor, and you went, oh, I'll come out anyway. I'll pay for some of your drinks. It's like, you better pay for all of them because I can't fucking afford anything. It's like, oh, it's like, but he likes my company, so it is what it is. But yeah, poor gang represent. Unfortunately, I'm not a poor anymore. I'm more of a doing okay. I would argue I wouldn't say that I was comfortable, because you know things aren't great at the moment. Wait, for real. Bullet manufacturer and offer them a promotional campaign featuring Certic bottle. You'll sell millions of those. I don't think I'll sell millions of anything. I might sell some to myself because I like bullet bourbon. I seriously doubt they'll give a shit. Some YouTuber who does somewhat controversial videos, I don't know if it'd be an amazing look. Then again, they sell alcohol, so they sell essentially poison. So, you know. But yeah. Like no joke, actually. Like no joke, actually what? I'm poorer. Oh, I'm poorer than I've ever been. Sick will sell a more billion whiskies to every terrible person under the sun. Oh, it sucks. Yeah, it really sucks that you're poorer than you've ever been. I hope things get better for you, because it really, really sucks to be really, really poor. Yeah. Now it is getting on the hour, and although I was 2 minutes late, I am gonna probably have to piss off now anyway, because I have a shitload of audio editing to do, and going forward, I still have over a day's worth of editing to do on that secret fucking thing I spoke about. But yeah, Mrs. Sick will be streaming on her channel tomorrow. She's playing a game where she definitely didn't do any murders, but she has to clean up after them. Not her fault, but it is what it is. I will catch you all in the next one. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.